Hey, this is Kern Brantley here again from MyPro. So now we're going to go a little bit more in depth and demonstrate and explain some of the parameters of this keyboard and how it works and functions with a live situation. As a bass player, I really usually use my filters a lot, my cutoff and my resonance knobs. So for instance, if I'm playing a song, this sounds kind of dark and I need more high end on the record, I'll just switch this knob here to get some more top end. In big arenas, this top end cuts through a little bit better. Then sometimes I want to make it a little bit smoother. I'll roll some of the filter back, go to my cutoff switch, and see how it's kind of more dull now. Another thing I like is the release button. So sometimes I may want the note to actually ring out and sustain, so I'll hit release, bring the envelope generator up a little and get. Need a little bit more decay. This particular keyboard has two oscillators, so you can actually have one oscillator playing the bottom note and a second oscillator playing the same note, just an octave higher. Of course, you have to tune it. What I really like about this keyboard also is that you can tweak it as you're playing. In the middle of a concert, you may feel that you may need something a little bit more, so you can always add or subtract from your oscillator, from your filter, and from your envelope generators. For example, I'm playing a little bit more high end. Then you have your octave button here if you want to drop it an octave. Same hand position, just an octave lower. Now this is also an awesome feature at the attack, where you can make it, the note come in a little bit later. You hit it and it comes in lower. You may want the attack to be right on point. So let me take this back. Oscillator level, which basically controls the volume of each oscillator. You can hear the difference here in the oscillator level. This is just one oscillator you're listening to right now, then I'll add the second oscillator. Then you can play the parameters here with this wave button, where you add a little bit more growl to the sound. Now here we have your mod wheel and your pitch bend for, like, if you're doing maybe a solo type thing, you want some. You get more growl and get more of this pitch bending. And then with the mod wheel, you just get like a really fast vibrato. If if you ever get in a situation where you're stuck, you can always go to your presets and go back to the original sound, and it'll just take the keyboard back to its original settings. Then you can begin to tweak it. This keyboard has 2 octave switch. You can do octaves here, or you can do octaves here. So I think for a person that's just starting off, this is a good keyboard to start with for bass synthesizer, which is the Moog Little Fatty. Reasonably priced synthesizer. I suggest most bass players should at least learn to play keyboards or start approaching keyboards. That way, if you get a gig that calls for bass synthesizer, you'll be able to take care of that. Thank you for checking out my video on synthesizer parameters.